Welcome back to another episode of the Hoppy Time Podcast. On this episode, we discuss Flames Kid's pick and basically the end of baseball, at least for this year. Welcome back to the Hoppy Time Podcast. I am Flames Kid.
I am Lena.
And I'm Chris Cass.
And today we're going to get to discuss my pick.
Finally back to you.
I know, right?
It only took long enough.
I know. We did want to bring something up before we get started. We kind of ran into some issues with Spotify, and for some reason, well, we know now, but for some reason we couldn't upload our episodes. So we're kind of, I guess you guys, when you guys hear this, you guys will finally be catching up, but the episodes are a few weeks behind. Sorry, it's not our fault. It wasn't our intention. It's just Spotify limited us to what we could do. They finally got back to us and told us that it was a complaint for explicit language, but clearly on our podcast it says that we're explicit. So, just want to bring that up and let everybody know what's been going on. But other than that, I'll get started with my week.
You do get to go first this time.
I know.
I always forget we do these things.
I know. It's been work, mainly work. I've had a lot of fun. Working this last week. I bought a new tool. It's a whole hog. And I mean, for those guys that know what I'm talking about, it's like a big drill, basically. You know, you can like fucking make holes and shit.
You just make a giant hole.
A whole hog makes holes. Whoa.
Why does that not surprise me?
My mind is blown.
I know, right?
Wait. That because it's Milwaukee.
Yes, always Milwaukee.
Of course.
And it's funny because, I was talking to a few of the guys there and they're like surprised that like I have all these pack outs and shit. And I'm like, well, I mean,
You're welcome.
I'm like, well, the company it came from, that's all they really bought, And then the company afterwards, they didn't really give a shit. And then this company, the guys all do their own thing, but everything works out for them in the end. I guess I'm just one of the more organized guys with like tools and stuff.
It's all preference, pretty much.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I mean, that's just the way I roll, and
I mean, that's not bad, man. Like, honestly, whatever gets the job done, if you can get the job done with like minimal things, and yeah, go out by all means.
Yeah.
Milwaukee all the way.
Milwaukee, fuck yeah.
Not sponsored, but we'll take it anyways.
I mean, at this point, it's just like if we don't say it, then it's not worth what we got.
Yeah. So so it's been work. It's been pretty crazy. Pretty busy as well. I guess we can talk about the last 2 weeks because, we haven't really done an episode in 2 weeks. But I guess we can finally talk about the Braves winning the World Series.
They won like 5 minutes ago. In our time.
But they won.
I'm honestly pretty happy that they won.
Astros go home.
As much as I wanted the Dodgers to win and go to the World Series, unfortunately that did not happen and the Braves won. So we do have to congratulate them, and they wanted it more, and they were the underdogs. So I'm glad that they took it, and they took the pennant home, and Jock Peterson gets a ring back to back from two different teams. So that's awesome. So a little bit, I guess, to get into a rhythm with this beer. This beer will be about baseball, and we'll get more into that as we progress through the podcast. Another thing that we've been doing is Halloween just passed, and we went to a party.
American Halloween just passed.
American Halloween just passed. And we went to a party over the weekend for one of our friends, Hugo's brother's band, Lost Paradigm.
We did not get to see play. I'm interrupting.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Because they played a second time.
I forgot.
They played a second time.
Yeah, I forgot.
So what Cass is referring to is that we got to the party pretty late, and we missed their first performance. But luckily enough for us, they're our good friends, and they were able to perform again at the end, and we got to see them perform again, and that was just awesome and crazy, and
it's cool, man, because usually like band or like not bands but concerts or little backyard shows, I guess if that's what you want to call it, because that's literally what it was. It was like a backyard show.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bands don't normally get to go up twice.
Yeah, so that was pretty rad, and we got to enjoy, obviously everybody dressing up. Me and Cass were Dean Winchester and Sam Winchester respectively, and Lena was our Rowena.
The Winchesters. That was a terrible one.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, you could have done better.
Yeah, I have done better. Just
Nice effort though.
it didn't come out right.
So that's what we dressed up as for Halloween. Our friend Hugo was Torta, so the bigger version of Thor.
The depressed version of Thor.
I'd
Yeah.
like to see it more as the Thor that likes to talk shit to little kids on Fortnite.
So we had quite a bit of fun there. Yes, we did get a little wasted.
Chocolatey wasted.
And it was nonetheless thanks to Voodoo Ranger.
Oh, God.
So Voodoo Ranger did basically sponsor the not in real life, but they sponsored the drunkenness for that one.
They provided the drunk.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That
Because they didn't sponsor us.
I know. Voodoo Ranger, please sponsor us though. But that was pretty fun over the weekend. Sunday was more like a kind of a lax day, and then we ended up somewhere else. Well, I'll let Lena talk about that. But yeah, that was basically my week or my 2 weeks. I'll pass it on to Lena.
I'm really curious. What did you want me to talk about?
Oh, what did we do on actual Halloween?
So now for me, I've actually had a pretty interesting 2 weeks. I think it's mostly because of Halloween. I genuinely enjoy it. Something that my family has always celebrated, and I appreciate it. I guess it's a little hard now that COVID is still around. It's been a little iffy the past 2 years, but we're still trying to work, have fun as it goes on. We did celebrate our good friend. Well, I don't know if we should name him, but it was his birthday, and it was a really cool experience. We went to Dave and Buster's, and that was honestly my first time going.
Oh, that's right. We did go to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about that.
Yeah, we so I guess
I finally made it to Dave and Buster's.
Oh, well, that's your
Alive.
joke. Yeah.
so there's a ongoing joke between me and Chris Cass. A couple years ago, we were going to Dave and Buster's with one of his friends, and we got into a car accident. Pretty bad one at that. And we never made it, and this was the Dave and Buster's in Culver City. So then again, we tried to go again, and what happened? The Dave and Buster's was closed.
Yep.
So
Just your
and
luck.
I've been to Dave and Buster's since prior to this last time we went. I've been there, but just that particular Dave and Buster's in Culver City, we've never been able to actually make it there. So that's why when we're talking about with our friends about going to Dave and Buster's, I'm like, well, let's go to a different one, not that one, because you never know what's gonna happen. Obviously our friends looked at us like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we ended up going to the one in Orange, which is a little bit further from us, but overall more fun.
I mean, if anything, we were the closest ones to it. It is
yeah.
pretty far from where we are, but it was actually pretty big. I actually have never been to one before, so it literally is an adult Chuck E. Cheese. It was a lot of fun.
That's how everybody kept describing
Saying-
it to me. Like,
yeah,
oh, yeah, it's
same.
an adult Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I mean, I didn't know what to expect, and obviously I wasn't gonna take them like word for word.
Right.
I wasn't gonna. Yeah, basically I wasn't gonna take their word for it. Like, oh yeah, it's a adult Chuck E. Cheese. It's literally an adult Chuck E. Cheese.
Literally.
Yeah, man.
It's a very expensive adult Chuck E. Cheese.
Honestly, you get a lot for what you pay for, though.
True, but I don't think we even finished our tokens. Huh,
I
Lena?
didn't.
No, we didn't.
I didn't either.
Yeah, but yeah, Lena, sorry to cut you off like that.
Yeah.
Continuously.
Yes.
I do that a lot. I should probably stop.
You don't let that go, do you? You don't let things go.
No, I'm a woman.
You
Not
are?
sometimes.
Oh my god.
Because other times I'm just one of the guys. But
I
yeah,
get it.
Dave and Buster's was really cool. Definitely an adult Chuck E. Cheese. I gotta give it to them for getting the service stuff down. The way you could just order stuff on the app or on your phone, and they could just bring it to your table is really great because it is definitely contactless. You don't, and then you don't have to worry about splitting bills. One person could just put their order in, the next person can just go. and it was pretty cool. So definitely would love to go back, and thankfully we're not done with all of our coins or tokens, whatever you want to call it, the credits. We're not done with all of our credits for Dave and Buster's, so I'm so excited to go back so we can finish that off. And then we happened to go to Dave and Buster's that day that the Dodgers lost that game that stopped us from moving on to the World Series, or at least to the next game, so we can possibly go to the World Series.
Yeah,
But
Was that game 5?
No,
yeah,
that was game 6.
Game six.
Yeah.
It was hard because as we're getting there, and because we saw the game at home mostly, but as we're getting there, everybody's leaving, and geez, they just kept replaying it all over the TVs, and it's really hard to swallow that pill. But yeah, I'm thankful that the Trastros are going home, and at least the Braves did us well, and not allowing them to take the World Series.
Actually, the Braves are going home. The Trastros are staying home.
Okay, technically,
but the World Series pennant is going to Atlanta. Ha!
And so is the trophy. Can't forget the trophy.
right.
It's all about the trophy.
Lena hates us right now. But yeah, Lena.
Yeah, and then we got to go to a pumpkin patch, which was really, really cool. I've loved to go to them as much as possible, at least every year. And the one we went to was actually pretty big. It was more kid friendly, but they had a lot of cool stuff. We got to pick our own pumpkin and play some games and just see a bunch of cool stuff. It was really different than I've ever seen. They had a lot of games, rides even.
Yeah.
It looked like a little mini carnival, and that was really cool. And then our Halloween costumes. We've always tried to be a little creative without going completely all out for Halloween. So I like what we've done so far. Last year we were the Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and then Cass was Timmy Turner. So that was
That did happen, huh?
yeah, that did happen.
I totally forgot about that.
And then this year the Winchester brothers, and then I was Rowena. So that was pretty cool. Hey guys, what's this Friday?
This Friday
Dia
is
de los Muertos.
no, it's Angels and Airwaves, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm glad we get to talk about it now. I'm really excited to go to that concert. I've been looking forward to seeing them again, since we bought the tickets and since they announced that they were going on tour for the latest album. Last year I was fortunate enough to see them twice, and literally back to back. So on two days back to back. So that was pretty interesting.
that was funny.
I know.
That was really funny.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. And this year, I get to see them again and perform their new songs, and that's a concert I'm really looking forward to. So yeah. What else, Lena? How's work been?
I was really, really trying to avoid work. It's been so
Sick hours. Use them. That's all I gotta say, man.
It's been rough. It's been pretty rough. Man, without going into too much detail, let's just say it's still pretty busy, and on being short staffed is no joke. There's still a lot of stuff going on, and knowing that I'm gonna leave and things might get worse. I don't know who's gonna take my place. All that anxiety just gets to me, but then I have to realize that I'm stepping away from this place for a reason, just to take care of myself, and there's a reason why I have to do that, and that's probably why a lot of other people have left. And I, as much as it hurts to leave, I also feel really bad. But the biggest thing is knowing that I'm not gonna be there, after a couple days left to go. It makes it hard to work. I just don't want to do anything anymore. I've worked so hard for so long. I'm burnt out, and I'm looking forward to that day where I can just kind of relax and then take care of myself versus putting myself aside just to get all these other tasks done to keep this company going. But that's why I don't want to get into work. It's just too much to talk about. It's not easy for me. So, but I am looking forward to being able to focus on myself. And good news, I got into class, and getting back into the groove for school. So I'm so excited for that. I really am. I kind of regret ever complaining about school, and I probably will again in the future. But for now, I'm grateful that I get to take this opportunity to focus on myself and get back into school, and and focus on my goals again. So
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what you should strive to do. Always focus on yourself and focus on your goals.
yeah, I just fear a lot of people don't get that opportunity to step away from, the day-to-day life that they need to have to, maintain their life. But I gotta say, Flames Kid's been really great with allowing me to do this. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful.
Woo!
I mean, if one of us wins, we all win, right?
Absolutely.
As it should be. As it should be.
Passing the torch on to Chris Cass.
All right, Chris Cass.
The Olympics aren't for another couple months. Crystal, I don't know what you're talking about.
Take the torch.
I will assume that by torch you mean my V2K in my hand. So yes, I am taking the torch.
Wait, as you always interrupt, both of you.
What?
We did drink a whole bunch of V2K for that Halloween party, which was awesome.
No, that's not true. I only drank one.
One case of 6.
Well,
you had
V2Ks?
6? No, sorry.
You said
no.
V2Ks.
Oh, my
That's
bad.
why I said I only had one.
Okay, you had one V2K, but we had all drank
We drink a different variety of voodoos.
a lot of voodoos.
So I
the
drank.
voodoos we should have been for Halloween.
I know. I regret not doing voodoo.
I know. I drank 3 Juicy Haze, 2 V2Ks, and I think that's all the voodoos I drank that night.
Yeah, but then you also had a shot of Ciroc, and
Yeah,
there were other things in the mix, but the
But
main point is voodoo.
Yeah.
And yeah, I gotta give it to Chris Cass, who had 6 Imperials.
I drank a whole 6-pack by myself. Okay. It wasn't a 6-pack. It was more like a 5.5 pack.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
if you remember correctly, I dumped. It wasn't half. It was a little bit less than half of.
It was like
one
a
of them.
quarter of it.
Yeah, something like that.
But he had to, not out of any disrespect at all. We had to get into the Uber because don't ever drink and drive. We had to get into the Uber, and he had to dump it. So
yeah,
it was completely understandable. But man, my props to you, because not even after that, he continued to drink, and you could tell later on.
I had 2 V2Ks. Oh, well, first, okay, before I even get into that, what have I done? What has it been? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We went to Dave and Buster's.
Yep.
As everybody already mentioned, I actually made it this time. First time at Dave and Buster's.
Woo!
Adult Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, I'm just hitting like plot points.
No, go into details. Whatever you
Well,
remember.
I mean, there's not much to talk about. You guys already covered it, so I'm just hitting plot points and like stuff that I'll just add on to it. And so it's like shortens it. But yeah, finally made it to Dave and Buster's. My first time there. Pretty fun. Like I said, adult Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese with drinks. So I'm assuming it gets pretty wild when people go there like to actually have fun while drinking. Because we went there for just casual purposes, I guess, just to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when people were like, "Hey man, let's go to Dave and Buster's and drink and have fun," and I'm like, "Oh, for sure." I'm pretty sure people have a blast there. But most of the games are kind of broken, like some interesting ones, and like a lot of them were out of order. But
yeah, the hungry hippo.
Oh, dude, that would have been so much fun if it actually worked, man.
Yeah, that was the one I was looking for, because it's like an adult version of it. So you get to sit on these seats with the handles for the elephants.
Yeah, dude, and you're just like swinging. Yeah, you're just like swinging the handle, like trying to get the marbles. But unfortunately, only 2 of the hippos worked.
Not only that, all the balls were stuck to the side.
Well, yeah, because you couldn't move any of the other hippos.
I just now called them elephants, and I kind of fucked up.
You called them? I didn't even notice that you called them
It's
elephants.
literally called hungry hippos.
No, I know. I said that, and then right after that, I said elephants. I'm like, oh shit, that's wrong. But yeah, continue, Cass.
Yeah, but adult size hungry hippos. That would have been so much fun if it was actually like functioned with all the hippos.
Yep.
Me and Eli made it to round 40 of Pac-Man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, don't get us started with that.
Why?
Dude, at first it was awesome. We were playing what was it? Space Invaders.
There you go.
We were playing Space Invaders, and they started the game of Pac-Man, and at first they just kept going, and then I think they found their rhythm, and it was really cool. It was really interesting to see them just keep winning and beating the rounds, and then they get to level like 20, and I'm like, what? And then there's 24, which is where the other high score was, and we were all just rooting for them. And then it goes on to 27, to 30, to 34, all the way to level 40. And at that point, we're like, oh my God, when is this going to end? Because we were all trying to leave.
Yeah.
And it was never ending. But it was actually pretty awesome. And I still have pictures if you want those.
I have a couple of them, but yeah, I wouldn't mind having them. But yeah, it's just like me and Eli, we've played together for like so many years.
You guys found a rhythm,
for sure. Like we had found a rhythm. Like Eli was doing his own thing, but I kind of was just like catering to the way he was playing. So it kind of like all just worked out in the end, and it got us to level 40. So
yeah, you guys broke the high score on that one.
You guys broke it at level 24.
Yeah, so
I imagine that we're gonna go back and you're still gonna be the highest level. Like I don't think no two people can ever beat that.
Yeah, they can.
And it's funny because right after you guys left the machine, a couple walked up to it.
Yeah.
And they saw it and they're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "The high score is level 40." And I don't think they realized that you guys had just walked away with it, leaving it at level 40.
I did see the couple of people like starting to play it, but I didn't realize that they were thinking or like that they, even said
something.
Yeah,
that,
cause, okay, so I guess a little background story on that. All of our friends were ready to go, so there's like a little bar area around there, and they were all just sitting around waiting for them to finish up the game. And so when they finally lost and walked away from the machine, a couple walked up, and I was in that direction because I was getting the friends and telling them, "Hey, let's go." And I just I overheard the couple saying, "Oh man, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Level 40 is the top score." I'm like, "Yeah, this and that." But I don't think they realized that you guys walked away with it being level 40.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was cool. Hopefully it's still there when we go back.
Oh, if we go back. If we ever make it.
Yeah.
If we make it.
So what else, Cass? What else you been up to?
Well, that was Dave and Buster's, and then after that was the Halloween party, right? That's the next thing that we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got totally wasted by following Flames Kid's advice and buying a freaking 6-pack of Imperials. I should have just had the 2 tall cans, man. But for some reason, he made a good point because Sam and Dean are always drinking long neck beers.
Yeah.
And they're usually like amber colored.
Yeah, and they're amber colored. So when we were getting beers to pregame for the party, he made a very valid point that I should just get Imperials, a 6-pack of Imperials, so we can use the bottles as like a prop. And I was thinking to myself, like, maybe not, because then I would have to drink 6 of them, because, there was no way I was going to... Well, at the time, I didn't think I was going to be able to take them to the party, because we were taking an Uber. So, I was like, screw it. I ended up just taking them, and apparently I ended up finishing them.
Yep. Yeah, we can remember that.
Surprised to say, man, I had no... I had a hangover, but I didn't have, a stomach ache like I usually do, and we drank a lot I drank a lot. I'm not sure about you guys.
Well, we just did a little bit of everything, I think it was the first time that I guess because we're so concert deprived, that kind of helped, with the whole mosh pit situation. We got our friends in there.
Okay, yeah, I gotta mention that the bands were great. We talked about the party, but yeah. I want to, say that the bands were great. Lost Paradigm was they were headlining, and those are our friends, and they do a great job all the time. And I always enjoy their shows. But all 3 bands played really great shows that, man, I had to jump into the mosh pit in my heels.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I'll give you props on that one, man.
Very dangerous. Don't do that.
Not a lot of women can pull that off.
Hey, but I got other girls to get in because no girls were getting in, and I was just feeling it. I was, I was.
You're already buzzed. You were already gone at that point.
Maybe.
I don't think a sober you would have jumped in that mosh pit with heels.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm too cautious. But
Yeah, but
yeah.
you know, the whole point was to have fun, and we did. You know, I'm
That's
glad
great.
that Lost Paradigm had a great show. I'm glad that Hugo was there. And Eli was there, so we all just got to hang out a little bit and drink a bit and just have a good Halloween night.
Yeah. Really, really fun times. Grateful for the invite. Grateful that Eli came down after his like busy day at work.
Yeah.
Over there stealing our packages and shit.
Yeah, not delivering my mail. Eli, where are my Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Quit playing. I know you don't want me to win.
He's really delaying your process.
Yeah, so that's another thing we got looking forward to as well. We got the tournament in 2 weeks. Well, I think a week and a half at this point. But we'll talk about that when that actually happens.
Yeah, but other than that, the day after, just had a nasty hangover. Like I said, no stomach ache, which I'm very grateful for. Cause out of everything, I think the stomach ache is what kind of kills me.
Yeah,
usually
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, the headache I can handle. The not eating part I can handle, but it's just the stomach thing, because you're basically having a cramp in your stomach all day.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
that is no bueno.
yeah.
You wouldn't like being a girl.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Sunday was just my recovery day. Legitimately didn't do anything but play games all day. So I'm kind of grateful. I haven't done that in a while. And yeah, I was hoping, since Sunday was Halloween, or the Sunday that just passed was Halloween, I was hoping, that some kids would go trick or treating, but obviously given the situation, that didn't happen. We bought candy, but nobody came by, which
I think it has to do a lot with the area.
that too. But I mean, if you remember prior years, we did have at least a couple of knocks at the door.
Yeah, but I think this area is a little bit more particular because a lot of people that I know were going to like Santa Ana or like Downey.
No,
and-
yeah,
and certain
yeah, of
areas,
course.
where they were giving away candy, and I think it's because they're known to give away candy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
and
Come on, man! In like high school days, like people were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, man, we gotta go to this city or this place because they
Yeah.
give out like candy."
Yeah.
Yeah. So any final words, Cass, on your last 2 weeks?
Not really. Looking forward to all the concerts that are coming in this month. Actually,
Yeah, we
Oh,
have a
Too
lot.
many concerts.
we have what, 3?
Well, you have 3. We have 2.
Oh, that's right. You guys aren't going to one of them.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited.
I asked you guys if you guys go. You said no. I'm like, okay, I'll go.
I don't remember.
I invited. You guys are. You guys are always invited.
All right, guys. Well, I guess it's time to move on to the beer. So I'll give a little introduction on it. So the reason I brought up baseball earlier was because this beer has kind of a connection to baseball, and I'll get more into that into detail just in a bit. The beer that we're doing today is called Triple Play, Triple IPA. And the reason I wanted to do this was because last week I was so blown away by Cass's pick. It was the first time I had a triple IPA. I've never had one before, and it literally blew my mind. It was just really good. So I decided, well, I'm coming. It's my turn to pick. I want to go ahead and pick another beer that's a triple IPA, and do a small little comparison since it's still kind of fresh in my mind. So I decided to pick this, and really weird. I had seen this beer before, and it just caught my attention. So it made me want to pick it. And as I did a little bit of research and looking into the company, one of the co-founders, he's a really big baseball guy, mainly because he played in college at Stanford. So that was pretty cool. And I mean, most of the beers for this company are like, baseball themed. So they have one like for like Pine Tar. They have one like Double Play.
They have one with pine tar.
Yeah, well, it's called Pine Tar.
Oh, okay. I thought they had one with pine tar. I'm like, that doesn't sound very.
Yeah, but this beer, it's called Triple Play Triple IPA. Straight from the website, I was able to get some details on it, and what they have is this Triple Play is a behemoth of a beer standing tall at 10% ABV, with an equally elevated flavor and aroma. A complex, layered malt base is balanced by a massive dry hop of Citra, Amarillo, and Mosaic. So the details on it, it's obviously ABV of 10% with an IBU rating of 30.
Okay.
Meaning it's, not too sour, but just sour enough, And this beer is found year round. I also looked around at other other websites posing from another state, and it's kind of really hard to get this beer if you live like outside of California. So they can ship it to you because other states allow shipping beers, but it's a little bit harder to get if you're not in California. So I just wanted to point that out. But it is easily accessible if you're in California because they distribute to most of California. So I guess before we get more into it, I want to go ahead and go into the Krakening, and then I want to get your guys' thoughts and feedback on it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the Krakening. All right, let's get started. Okay, I kind of want to say something that came to my mind as we were pouring these. I don't know if Lena remembers, but about 2 or 3 days ago, we were in bed watching TikTok videos. And
oh Lord, you guys do that?
I don't TikTok. Sorry.
Lame.
And do you remember that video we saw of that one dude talking weird about how he was cooking the banana peels in the pot?
Yeah.
I don't know why as we were pouring this, I was thinking of that guy like just talking, and I was like, okay, friend. Gonna go ahead and pour this in, friend.
It was like an ASMR.
Yeah, like kind of like very relaxing, and for those guys that TikTok all the time, you guys don't know who I'm talking about because I've seen this guy a couple of times.
I don't TikTok.
I know you don't. All right. So this brew company is called Strike Brew Company. They are based in San Jose, California. And they were founded by 2 people. So they were founded by Jenny Lewis and Drew Ehrlich. No, wait, Ehrlich. Sorry. Ehrlich. How do you pronounce it? Ehrlich. Ehrlich, right?
Is it German?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's German. He's not German. Well, he's not like 100%.
The name is German.
But the name is German, I think.
I would say it'd probably be like Ehrlich, but
yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I think Ehrlich is close enough, I guess, for not knowing.
So I guess they're both Northern California residents, or like that's where they started from, which kind of explains kind of the color scheme for this can. It's kind of orange and black and white.
It looks like Halloween, dude.
No, I think it's more like the Giants colors because they're Northern California team.
True. Yeah.
And they are very baseball inspired. So I would assume that it's just the Giants colors. That's what I would assume. It doesn't say it anywhere, but that's just my assumption.
There's really not that much to this can.
There really isn't, and that's what's kind of interesting about it. So they both grew up in the Bay Area. One of them in Sunnyvale, and the other one, just as Bay Area. So I'm assuming San Francisco or somewhere in that vicinity. So Jenny Lewis started her career as part of a bakery chain. So she has background in that sort of the business. I guess the customer service type of business, Whereas Drew was a baseball pitcher for Stanford University and graduated in 2004. So he's probably the reason why it's so baseball-esque,
Yeah. The beer baseball-esque.
Yeah, and he has a little bit of background in the brewing industry because he was apprenticing for Firehouse Brewing in Sunnyvale. So that's kind of interesting, when you get somebody who's a former baseball pitcher who graduated from Stanford and he gets into brewing,
What's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. This is what I'm trying to say is like that's pretty interesting, It's an interesting combination. And his friend Jenny. Sorry, I couldn't pass on saying that.
Couldn't resist.
I couldn't. It's crazy because you would assume that he would probably want to stick to finding other people who were related in the beer industry, and he stuck to somebody who has nothing to do with beer, and that's pretty cool, when you come to realize that. They founded it in 2011, but they didn't open the doors until 2014.
Okay.
So, and in October, so I guess you can say that they've been in business for 7 years now, which is pretty crazy.
Woo.
And that's pretty cool, especially when they're like really baseball-esque. It's pretty awesome, Most of their beers are kind of named after stuff. So they like I said earlier, they have like a double play one, a single play one, what is it? Pine tar one, and obviously the one we're drinking today is triple play, which I think Cass said. I think we were watching baseball, and he goes like, "That's really rare to see a triple play."
That is true.
It is kind of, dude, because like your timing has to be like really on point.
Spot
man.
on.
It's like the ball has to get hit directly to third baseman. Third baseman has to react fast enough to tag. Well, first of all, you have to have man on first and second. And then, the ball has to get hit to the third baseman. The third baseman has to react fast enough to tag base, go 2, and then 2 still has to go 1. All they have to do all of that by the time the ball gets hit, because as soon as that ball gets hit, the batter is already running towards first. It's not very hard to do, but it is very rare to see, because normally a lot of teams don't fall into those situations, because a lot of teams they usually focus on trying to steal, second, or, try to move up their batter so they can score.
Yeah. So
have we ever mentioned Chris Cass used to play baseball?
I don't think we have.
That's why he's very knowledgeable.
In baseball.
I just like analyzing the game, to be honest. I do have my experience.
Jordan All-Star?
Hell, I actually never made it to a Jordan All-Star.
There was a Jordan All-Star?
Yeah, I think there was 2 Jordan All-Stars, actually. Actually, maybe before my time there were more, but when I was there was at least 2.
I don't know, man.
I never made it that far.
The years you played, the team was great. They were awesome people, but
yeah.
Your win to lose ratio.
Okay.
But we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Let's just keep put this in your mind, dude. You're leaving school one day, and you might kind of sound like not towards your catering, but you're at your locker,
okay.
and you're like closing it or whatever, and you're walking out the back of the science building. Okay. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're walking out the back of the science building towards the field and what now is the track.
Yeah.
And you run into your friends, and your friends is like, "Hey, we're gonna go try out for baseball. Let's go." And you tell them like, "What?" And we're like, "Yeah, dude, like we're all trying out." And then I asked him like, "Who's all of us?" And he names them all. And he was like, "Dude, let's go try out. We're doing it for fun." And I'm just like, "Yeah, sure. I got nothing better to do." And I told him like, "I don't have a glove." And he was like, "It's okay. Like they'll let you borrow one." And I was like, "Oh, for sure." So like I'm not even dressed for it. Nothing. I don't have any shorts. And I end up going to practice, or like I end up showing up for tryouts and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how my career started as a baseball player in high school.
So much passion for the game.
Like, get that into your mind, dude. And like I think about it, like how it started and where I'm at with it now. Like, yeah, I'm not professional, or I'm not even playing it anymore. But it made me appreciate the game and the analytics for it, because like a lot of people think baseball is boring, and I understand. I get it. It's fine. I'm not gonna argue against it because I understand why people can see that, but to me, it takes both knowledge and athleticism to actually play baseball. Because you just can't play baseball. You need to know what to do. Every second of baseball is critical thinking. Every second in baseball is very, very critical.
You have to be quick on your feet too.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. It's like I said, it's critical thinking. You have to know what to do. If something doesn't go your way, you have to know how to correct it and what to do on the spot, on your feet, literally.
You also have to think about stats and predict where you need to be per player.
Well, when you get into the pro leagues, they figure that out for you, which is why everybody's always looking at their caps or their gloves.
I know, but
they have the information.
But even like in high school, you gotta know your players, you gotta know your teammates, what their strengths are, what everybody plays a part in the team.
Yeah, well, that's true. But it's like baseball is a very intellectual game. It's not like another sport. I don't want to bash on any other sport because basically any other sport that I name, I'm basically saying that it's not intellectual. But it's different from soccer. Soccer is like you grab the ball, you take it to one side. That's basically what you do. Baseball is like, nah, dude, you gotta hit the ball. If I get the ball, what do I do with it? Where do I throw it? Are they gonna try to steal?
You
like,
gotta run to the left.
Yeah,
right?
like who am I gonna cover if the ball doesn't come my way? You have to know what to do in every situation.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like I said, I understand where you with soccer. That's why I brought it up because I knew you were gonna have something to say.
With soccer, it's kind of the same thing. It's like you get the ball and you're like, well, what do I do with it? Where do I pass it to?
Yeah,
but your main goal is
to make a goal.
To move the ball from one side to. So if you grab the ball, you're like, okay, I'm gonna take the ball.
You have
and I'm
more
gonna see
freedom.
how far I can go.
You have more freedom with soccer because you gotta pay attention to what's going on.
In a way, you guys are right, but also you have to think about there's just like baseball, there's specific players and positions. Mm-hmm. That need to be there in order for a team to be successful.
But that's every sport. The thing is with soccer and football, American football, stuff like that. There's a physical component tagged along to it. And I'm not saying that that's not the case with baseball, but you can be a very scrawny kid and hit the ball and still be able to make a play. I don't want to say a whole situation.
Yeah.
But you can still make a whole difference in a game.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you're right, but you're also wrong because most of baseball, in sports, in the sports world, baseball's seen as the least what's it called?
Athletic.
Yeah, the least athletic sport.
I agree.
That's
I agree
what
with
I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I agree with that.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Selena. I misunderstood you. But yeah, it's the least athletic game as it's seen,
Yeah.
But there is still some athleticism to the game because you have to be. I would say you would have to be a certain size for you to be able to hit the ball out.
Here's the thing though. It's in baseball. It's just a burst. It's a burst of knowledge. It's a burst of speed. It's a burst of strength. It's just a burst of different things. In other sports, as I mentioned before, like soccer, you have to run prolonged distances.
You have to have that speed.
You have to have the stamina for it. Mm-hmm. And baseball is like, nah, bro. All you have to have is enough stamina to hit those 90 freaking yards. That's it. The first 90 yards. That's all you freaking need. Hit the ball, run 90 yards.
American football, you have to have the strength to take down your opponent. People you're supposed to block.
Yeah.
Yep. You're supposed to have the strength to block people, dude.
We're not saying that none of there's no strategy and all that stuff. No, of course there's still statistics, strategies and positions with any other sport out there, of course. But with baseball, it's not about physical only. You also have to know what to do. You got to act really, really fast. And there's a whole bunch of signage and movements and there's a lot of things to it.
I think information. Baseball is the sport with the most information while playing the game
and rules.
Yeah,
because if you think about any other sport, I don't think I can name another sport that's like equally, you know.
I mean, American football also has its things.
Oh
but-
yeah, it does. It does.
Every sport does.
Every sport does.
Basketball. I'm not too big on basketball. I don't know a lot of the rules and stuff like that. I get the gist of the game. I know there's a time limit. There's everything to it. But it's just going back and forth, and not to talk crap about the sport. Everybody's like really into basketball, but it's not as it's more about stamina. You got to be able to keep running back and forth, getting the ball back, knowing where to aim, and with a baseball, you can aim the ball, but you got to just make sure you hit that thing hard enough to where nobody is at. You got to find the holes. You got to think about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
You're
sports in general, going through it, not every sport has its pros and cons, and they're all hard. None of them are easy, or else everybody would be doing it.
Everybody be rich and playing sports.
Absolutely, everybody would be in the major leagues, like.
Yeah.
And it's not, and that's why they get paid what they do. They
Ki-
get paid really well.
Yeah, like in baseball, the way I like to think is like you can counter baseball, but you can also counter the counter.
Yeah, like the trash throws and the trash cans, all right?
No, more like okay, like you're a batter, right? You go up to the plate. If you're a right-handed batter, all the players shift to the right, and that's your counter. You know, they're countering you by shifting all the players to the right.
There's a strategy to everything.
Yeah. So what you have to do is you got to counter that counter by trying to hit the ball to the left, because guess what? Everybody's on the right, nobody's on the left. You hit it to the left,
And
you're scot-free, dude. That's at least a double.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in soccer is like you get the ball, okay, like the whole team kind of just bunches up around you.
They're trying to take the ball back.
Yeah, they're trying to take the ball back. In football, you get the ball, everybody goes towards you.
They want to bring you
Basketball,
down.
you have the ball, everybody's on you.
Yeah.
Baseball, you can't do that. You have like nobody has the ball in baseball.
And
Nobody's gonna attack you for a ball.
There's a giant field with only just a few players out there,
Yeah.
and they gotta run for that ball that's moving at a high speed.
That thing could kill you, dude. Honestly, that thing can kill you.
If a 100 and something pitch hits you in the face, 102 pitch hits you in the face, oh my god, imagine what could happen. Like you could break bones with that.
Yeah,
I mean, change a whole person's life. Anyways, every sport is dangerous.
Every sport's different. Every sport's dangerous. Every sport is fun to play. Every sport is as equally difficult as every other sport, but in its own different element.
Yeah, and like I said, that's one of the reasons I kind of picked this beer, because I knew by the name, I knew it was baseball related, but as I looked more into it, obviously, there's more to it than just that.
Yeah.
And with baseball coming to an end, with the Braves becoming World Series champs, I guess we're done with baseball until March of next year. I know. I'm pretty sad as well.
We had a great long season, and that's what I'm grateful for.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. Next year, we hope to obviously see more games, and continue following the Dodgers and the Angels, and seeing where they get to next year. Hopefully, the Angels can fucking get rid of that fucking owner. I'm sorry for saying it like that, but I'm a hardcore Angels fan, and to have an owner who doesn't really give a shit about our team pisses me off. So I'm really upset at that, and I hope that somebody listens to this and makes a petition to force him to sell the Angels, because that's fucking ridiculous. I'm tired of this shit.
Well, then someone would just have to be there to buy them,
Well, that's the thing, is he bought the current owner bought them from Walt Disney, because Walt Disney owed them, and Walt Disney had them for the World Series. So because of Walt Disney, we won the World Series pennant. And then shortly after, they got sold to Art Moreno, which I fucking hate that asshole. I'm sorry.
Wow, strong words.
Oh yeah, I don't care. But ever since we've been under his management, we've won the ALCS. I think once. I think it
was twice.
No. We won not the ALCS. We won the ALDS.
Yeah.
I think once. We've made it to postseason like 2 or 3 times. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, poor management is making what could be a great team a shitty team.
I agree. You guys have a lot of potential. It's being a Dodger fan and finally being exposed to another team in a bigger depth. You guys are great, giant Angel fans, and I get to see that passion, and I can see it. Like, you guys you guys have really great players and they can take you a long way, but without the support from management, it's not gonna help.
Management goes a long way, man.
Yeah,
It's like anybody can tell you that.
Yeah.
Any job, anything you do, if the management's not good, more than likely your job or whatever you want to apply management to probably isn't good either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But it's genuinely a great team, and I hate to see great players be traded and just leaving the team because it was really great, and I hate that you guys don't make it very far when you guys deserve it. You do.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, once we get rid of the owner, I think the team would be a lot better, and I'm pretty sure under somebody who cares about them, I think the Angels would thrive and succeed. But yeah, guys, we've been talking about baseball for like the last 10-20 minutes.
We can talk about it for a lifetime.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's true.
How about we taste this beer and give our insights? Because like I said, I'm really excited to taste it just because the previous beer that Cass picked, the triple IPA,
Delicious.
was great. I mean, it
Did
was.
you even name the brewing company?
Yeah, I did. Strike.
He did.
Strike Brewing Company.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to taste this. And while I was doing my research for this beer, I found pretty low ratings on this beer, and I'm kind of concerned as to why that was. So I want to give it my own taste, and I want to give my own insights, and obviously, with you guys as well, give a consensus
Okay, so
about this beer.
So you said you picked this because you were kind of surprised at my pick about the triple IPA and what it tasted like, and basically in general. So what are you expecting from this beer? Because I know you said the reviews are low, so I'm assuming your expectations are high-ish.
Well, initially they were, but like I said, the reviews.
Yeah, the reviews bring it down. But what are you trying? Like, what do you think? What would this beer have to taste like for you to actually be like, oh my god, like this is great?
Well, obviously, it's not gonna taste the same as your pick.
Yeah.
Just because they're made differently, and they're
Different ingredients, obviously.
Yeah, and that has a lot to do with it. So it's not gonna be the same taste, but I expect. Okay, so this is what I see. When you taste a regular IPA, it's a strong beer compared to like a lager, right?
Yeah.
You go to double IPA and that's stronger. That's stronger. That's a heavier taste.
Mm-hmm.
You go to triple and it's gone. Like it's just fucking bliss.
It depends.
I know. Well, we're going based off one beer, so I want to test that with this beer. I want to taste how strong it is and the taste of it, so that maybe when you get to the triple level of the beers, it does something that it's not strong enough anymore. Like it's still strong in alcohol content,
Yeah.
but it's not strong in taste, and that's what I want to prove wrong. So I guess my expectations for this beer is to compare it to your pick, and then from that come to a consensus as far as to like, are all triple IPAs the same? Or was that one particular one-off where that one was really great, but all triples are like more sour?
There's still one in the fridge, so
yeah. So
that means you can have it if you want it.
So let's give this a taste, and then we can go from there, guys.
Yeah. It smells like oranges, by the way. Kinda.
You see what I mean? Taste this beer.
It does have that same like kind of taste to it.
But you see what I mean? It's not strong. So just giving it a sip right now, honestly, it doesn't even taste like a damn IPA. It doesn't even taste.
It tastes like an IPA, but it's smoother than
it's smoother than a double and a single.
Yeah. So what? So I guess all triples are smoother.
Dude, this is a 10% beer and it's smooth again. That's my curiosity. This is why I wanted to pick another triple, because I wanted to obviously compare it to the previous beer, but at the same time, try to see if there was any differences, know. And so far, I'm just blown away again. So I think triples are at least for now. I guess they're all very kind of similar, even though they have different ingredients. They're kind of similar as far as the end result,
Yeah.
where it's not super sour, but it's not super strong, and you can drink this and no problem, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Lena?
It's definitely smooth. You can taste the IBU rating of 30,
Yeah.
but it's not heavy. It's a very light beer. It's really good. And I'm looking into the different hops that you named. What was the first one you said? Citra?
So I'll tell you right now. Give me a minute. So the hops that are in this beer is Citra.
Okay, Citra. Citra has a very different flavor. It's very complex, more than different ones. It is a very fresh tasting, it creates a fresh tasting beer. It's really popular when it comes to the breweries. It has a lemony, grass, and light sweet aroma flavor to it.
Okay.
And it kind of comes with the ones that taste like passion fruit, lime, and they have like that citrusy essence.
Yeah.
This is what they'll use. What's the next one?
I can taste that.
Yeah, that you can taste that.
I can taste that.
The next one is Amarillo.
Amarillo.
Oh, like Texas? Shout out to my boy Axel. He don't listen to this, but he's in
Amarillo.
Damn, no, he's not in Amarillo. Where is he? Houston?
The trash shows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Because he was talking smack to me about like, because he knows like I'm not a Dodger fan. I'm not gonna say I hate the Dodgers. 'Cause I don't hate the Dodgers.
You're just not a fan.
I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
So
simple.
he knows that I'm not a fan, and like he normally like talks shit to me when the Dodgers were winning like the series against
the Braves.
the Braves. Like he was like, oh yeah, Dodgers, blah blah this and that. Like we were finna win, and he was already living in Texas at the time. And when the Dodgers lost that series, I told him it was like I just basically just talked shit to him to rub it in his face.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't necessarily mean whatever I said, but yeah, and yeah, he's in Texas, so Axel, I know you don't listen to this, but screw you, man. And if you do message me, bro, I'll show you what's up, bro.
Ooh. Okay, so Amarillo hops was the next one, right?
Correct.
And it was discovered by Virgil
Hawkins.
Gamache Farms. But aside from that, it's another citrusy flavored type of hop.
Okay.
It usually has a bitterness rating of 9 to 11%.
Yeah.
That's the alpha acid range.
Yeah.
And then it has a very sweet citrus flavor aroma that is closer to oranges and grapefruit.
So I guess
you could totally taste the citrus in this.
Yeah, it's definitely citrusy. And then what was the last one you got?
the last hop in this is Mosaic.
The Mosaic one?
And I think
Galaxy.
And I think your pick had the Mosaic
Galaxy.
in it.
It for definitely had
It did have
Galaxy
the
in it.
Mosaic one. And then it
Yeah,
had Galaxy.
It did. It had Mosaic, Galaxy, and what was the last one? I can't remember.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't remember the last one, to be honest. I'm being serial right now.
Oh God, Al Gore. Calm down.
Man, Bear Pig, dude. He's a real
He's
thing.
real, man. Bear Pig.
He's a real thing, man.
For those of you guys that don't get that, it's from South Park. They had Al Gore on there, and he was, proclaiming that, there was something called the Man Bear Pig, and he was super serial about it. I guess.
He's being serial, man.
I mean,
Man,
I
Bear
guess.
Pig exists.
Have you found anything on that one, Lena?
It's an American hop, so I guess that's something interesting that I just found. There are actually hops from different places. Citra and Amarillo are American hops.
Mosaic is what?
Mosaic is a U.S. hop that has a passion fruit, berry, citrus, mango, and stone fruit notes. That is usually a unique candy feel, is what they state. So think of it that way, where you're having, an orangey, grapefruity, and a citrusy kind of.
So,
those are the hops that you're using.
So I wonder if I'd probably, for my next pick, probably go back to triple IPA, and just to compare
They're
a third
kind of
one.
interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, because this is the second one, and I really expected it to be sour, or I expected it to be like.
Well,
like,
here's the thing, though. I'm sorry to cut you off, but this thing says a 60 IBU. I'm assuming that would be pretty sour, right?
and it's funny because they say 60, but on their website it says 30.
Ooh.
Huh?
So yeah, on the can it says
Dude,
60.
it's on the can. So who do we believe?
Well, their website says
No
30.
one.
So it's
So then it's false advertising, and I can sue and I can get money. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, we're just
This
calling
is
it out.
emotional distress. I need to know.
Well, remember, IBUs are never really that accurate. So.
That's true.
Yeah, because there's not really
Yeah.
a national thing. We're like, yeah, you know what? Let's all agree. It's kind of like Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin.
Oh God, Kelvin. Who uses Kelvin?
Who's Kelvin?
Scientists.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Scientists
Yeah.
use Kelvin, dude.
I know. Kidding.
Those are actual measurements. Anyways.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like with this beer, it's like it's blowing me.
It's blowing you.
It's blowing me away.
Interesting.
With the taste. Now compared to what you paid for the SpongeBob ones,
How much did you pay for this?
I didn't pay that much for these actually. These were
Oh.
18.
You paid like a little bit over half. No, a little bit less. No, a little bit
Less.
over than less than half.
Yeah.
How would you word that?
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit
God.
over than less than half of what you paid for
That's
the.
so complicated. Is
So-
there a simple way to say that?
Yes. It costs less. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can agree with that.
Because not every place is gonna have the same price, honestly.
No,
No. It's not about the price. It's just about like, I mean, if you pay $20 here and $15 somewhere else, and you're like, you know, that's a difference in price. This is like a huge difference.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So it's not about the price. It's more about like what you're paying to get. He paid $18 for this, and he's still getting a pretty good beer. I
Yeah.
paid $30. Yeah, I got a pretty good beer, but it tastes similar to this, you know?
It does.
Yeah.
It's different hops. Yours was more on the lighter, smoother side.
Yeah.
This one is definitely a citrusy side, which is still really good. It's still light. Not really heavy in my tummy. It's something that I can definitely drink. And
I got a grumbly in my tummy.
you have a grumbly in your tummy.
Okay, Winnie the Pooh.
A smackerel of triple. I can go for a smackerel of triple plate right now.
No, this one's really good, and I don't know if it's because it's a mixture of 3 different hops into this beer, or even both beers that we're comparing. Well, not really comparing, but talking about. It's I feel like the flavor, it gets to have more flavor with a high alcohol content, but not too strong of a flavor where it's like a strong bitterness and sour taste, like a typical IPA. I think it's very light, and you get to have the flavor of the hops overtake the bitterness and sourness and the strength of a typical IPA. It doesn't taste like one too much.
No, I mean I'm glad you brought up the alcohol content, because as I was doing research on this beer again, the only other beers that reach 10% or higher are stouts. And typically those are dark beers, usually with a chocolate or like a coffee flavor,
Right.
and obviously Cass's favorites.
I'm a coffee drinker, man. What can I say?
So to be in the 10+% range, it's kind of shocking, because
Doesn't taste like it.
it really doesn't. And I'm pretty sure with 2 of these, I'd probably be walking on the moon or something.
I want to walk on the moon.
Walking on a dream.
How can I explain?
And you just got her started.
I'm talking to myself.
I knew she knew the rest of the song.
You played me. I knew it was coming.
I played you like a fiddle.
Oh.
And then you do the SpongeBob slap on the knee.
You won't last 3 seconds over that line. How many seconds is that? 4.
Oh man, the SpongeBob movie was the first one. That movie was great.
You know, a lot of people that I know don't appreciate SpongeBob. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Dude, how do you not laugh at this stuff?
Look. Let's be clear here. OG SpongeBob was great. Was
Okay. I got a friend. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, Kanye.
Hold on.
I have one friend that doesn't even appreciate SpongeBob because they never got into it, and I have another friend that only appreciates it up until season 3. So like, what the
Look,
hell?
OG SpongeBob is great. It's full of
jokes.
It's
dude.
full of a lot of dark humor. A lot of dark humor.
Like what?
There's a lot of dark humor in that. Like if you watch original episodes of SpongeBob,
There's a lot of dumb humor. I don't know about
no,
dark humor.
there's dark humor. You just have to watch it more closely.
You gotta watch it as an adult.
And as the show progresses,
Firmly Grasp It is like the third episode, dude. How is that dark humor?
no, I'm not. Well, it kind of is.
How?
Firmly
He's
grasp it.
Firmly grasp.
it.
Yeah, firmly grasp
Dude,
it.
Jellyfish. The Jellyfish song is the first episode. How is that dark humor?
Tóxicas. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
No,
Totally kidding.
but like after that, SpongeBob, it goes a little softer, but it's still great content because sometimes I catch myself watching clips of it on Facebook because they'll pop up.
Me too.
Because they'll pop up, and it's just random shit like with SpongeBob, with Patrick, with Squidward, Mr. Krabs. Like they're all funny. Like it's funny.
Another day, another migraine.
Look. One thing I will tell you, like that's dark humor, dude. The Krusty Krab is a fucking crab trap.
True.
It's a crab trap, dude.
But that's like an ongoing thing.
Yeah, but still, like that's why it's dark humor because like the shit the satire behind it. You know, the chum bucket. It's a bunch of fucking fish that are chopped up in there.
Yeah, but that's why it's not good.
But okay, that's why it's dark humor because it's like shit that as an adult you understand, you know?
I mean, you could. I guess everybody's different, but I kind of knew what chum was when I was like 12.
Yeah, but you know,
Not all kids are bright.
Yeah, oh, thank you. Oh my! I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Probably. The thing is, there's a lot of things that we're able to pass in the 2000s, and you know, and that's something we were talking about earlier. If those episodes would have come out, you know, in normal like recent times, you know, around this time,
get canceled.
canceled immediately. We have a podcast about drinking beer. We almost got canceled by Spotify.
Yeah. I mean, the reason we brought this up is because not because of the podcast, but we were watching George Carlin, and for those that don't know who George Carlin is,
Look him up.
No, how about
Seriously, look him
you
up.
definitely should look him up. But he's very he doesn't give a shit. Is basically the best way to describe him.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit, you know, and
that's the best kind of comedian.
And that's what makes him kind of great because you know he doesn't give a shit. The thing is, if George Carlin was performing in you know, rest in peace from 2008, but if he was performing now, saying what he's saying, he would get immediately canceled. I mean, look at Dave Chappelle. Seriously, look at.
Yeah, dude, they had a bunch of controversy up in like
Dude,
when they showed his stuff on Netflix, right?
Yeah, look at Dave Chappelle, dude. He fucking said, "I want a fucking audience with all the LGBTQ, and I will explain to them why I said what I said." Dude, there's so much behind that shit. Cancel culture is fucking retarded, and I don't care if, you know. Cancel culture is fucking
They're
retarded.
gonna cancel us. Talking about their culture.
It's just very fucking retarded, dude.
It's
People
dumb,
are very
dude.
fucking sensitive.
Whatever
these
happened
days.
to free country and free speech?
Yep.
Dude, people are fucking sensitive, man. Fuck this.
Now it's more like free speech, but
And-
you can't hurt anybody.
Everyone has feelings and everybody's special. I understand.
So
Participation trophy.
So to reiterate, back to what we said at the beginning of the podcast, we almost got canceled for our explicit content, and we are, you know, thankfully for Spotify realized that we were explicit to begin with.
I mean, we're drinking on the podcast. What
not
what
just
good
that,
can come out of that? I can't
we
even speak straight.
labeled our podcast explicit for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
So if you guys are listening to us, we thank you, we appreciate it. But if you guys are listening to us and hating us, fuck you.
Hey, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Because
If you're listening, if you're listening and you're not appreciating, it's just like, dude, why are you wasting your time like listening to us? You already don't like us. Like, you're just going out of your way to hate us. So yeah, fuck you.
So as clear as that day was, you know, this beer has been fucking awesome. I want to
It is
thank.
definitely hitting, as you can tell.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Strike Brewing Company definitely made a gem here with Triple Play. I see myself drinking this for sure. You know,
When baseball season comes back.
No, even before then, I think I see myself drinking this
I'm so
more occasional.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of. I'm just dreaming of baseball season.
Economically speaking, yeah, I drink this shit.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. I mean, one of these cans is already kind of like getting to me.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Good, man. I'm like halfway, and I'm just like, fuck. I
Yeah,
should
I'm not
finish
even
the other
halfway.
half.
So I'm very happy with my pick. I'm very happy.
I mean, you're
with,
very hoppy.
I'm very hoppy.
I'm
very hoppy.
I'm very
with this
hoppy.
one.
And with all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start with our hoppy ratings. Again, this beer has been phenomenal, and I say that with the utmost respect. Okay,
Me no.
it's phenomenal. It's been amazing.
The phenomenal one?
Okay,
Oh,
this is not
no.
WWE. This is the wrong podcast, boy. So it's been great. It's been a great tasting beer. It's good to know that there's a lot of baseball fans out there and they bring their inspiration to beers, and this is awesome. Triple play. I'll definitely be recommending this beer.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Anybody that likes baseball, definitely try. At least try it.
Look, and I'm not a fan of the color scheme because it's orange, white, and black.
I kind of, you know what? Up until this year, I wasn't a fan of orange. I actually kind of like orange now, and that like, not just for the color, man. You gotta think about it like musically, bro. Frank Ocean's Orange,
Oh
Channel
my
Orange,
God.
dude,
God.
that shit was a great freaking album.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, you were saying.
I'm just kidding.
As a interim Dodger fan, I don't hate the Giants, but I don't like them either. so
I can agree with that. I don't like the Giants, but I mean when they're going.
I don't
up
hate them.
against
I love baseball, so I don't hate them.
Yeah.
But the color scheme I don't like because it's orange. If it would have been red or something, I would have been cool with
Oh,
that.
of course, you Angel fan.
Orange, dude.
No, man, I'm sorry. And
Taichi.
what upsets
Agumon.
what upsets me
Hater.
what upsets me the most is that Metallica is a big Giants fan.
Yeah.
That's what upsets me the most.
Bay Area right there, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Bay Area right
and
there.
it's funny because Metallica didn't start in the Bay Area. They actually started in Southern
Yeah.
California.
Well,
Traitors.
James is technically from Downey.
Technically.
what?
The Church of James could be started at Downey High.
Yeah, so that upsets me because they're Giants fans when they should be Dodgers or Angels fans. So anyway, that's different.
The thing is a lot of people go for the teams that, whatever city they're in or nearest, because a lot of cities don't have their own teams because they're probably, smaller or whatever. Los Angeles is so greedy. We have 2 teams, and why do we put
had
them
4
against?
teams
Well-
at some point, didn't we?
Well, technically, Angels shouldn't have Los Angeles in their name. Period.
Yeah, I
Like-
agree
like-
with
Yeah,
that. I
it's
agree with
Orange County, but you know what? That's
That's
Like-
a different thing to talk
That's a
about.
different- thing to talk
I'll
about.
finish out with saying that I'm a big Angels fan, but I definitely disagree with Los Angeles being in the Angels name.
I
Yeah.
didn't like. I didn't like it when they put Angels.
They
I
could-
didn't like it when they put Los Angeles in their name.
They could have been the Orange County Angels, the Anaheim Angels, whatever.
Yeah.
Anaheim Angel sounds
but-
really nice.
But the fucking retarded motherfucker who decided to say the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, that was a motherfucking retard. Whoever decided that shit.
was it
but
the,
anyways-
was it the owner? Who
No,
did
I
it?
don't know. But that was fucking retarded, and they just stuck to the Los Angeles Angels, and that kind of sucks because they're not even in LA.
Nope.
They're really
So-
not.
So it sucks.
And it just sucks because I don't think that the Dodgers and the Angels have any kind of feud. But the Freeway Series are definitely cool to see.
They personally don't have a feud. It's the fans.
Yeah,
that have,
it's
that
the
have
fans.
Feud. It's the fans that fuel that feud.
It's OC and LA going at it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
but still, like I said, I was very against that Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim name.
yeah,
It's
I
fucking
was too.
stupid.
Even when I read it like so many years ago that they were gonna change it to that, I was like, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's fucking retarded.
Why would they do that?
But anyways, that's a different topic. As far as the beer goes, like I said, I enjoyed it. I don't like the color scheme for the can, but I do enjoy a good beer. I enjoy a good brewing company. That basically majority of their beers are baseball themed, with the exception of a few. So my hoppy rating for this beer is a 9.5.
Whoa,
Ooh, that's pretty high.
Yeah, because
That's actually almost perfect.
almost. Because I'm still looking for the perfect beer. But I think I'm getting close to it, though.
It's called V2K, sir.
because with Cass's beer, I unlocked the new... It's like unlocking a new character, you know?
Oh, God.
So I feel
Sora
like...
This
has
is the
finally
Sora.
joined the fight.
I know,
oh, dude,
yeah.
that was amazing. That blew my mind. But
I almost cried at the reveal.
But I think I'm getting close to finding the perfect beer. It's just a matter of, continuing to try new beers and tasting previous beers and just going, making a final assumption and a final decision.
It'll be a triple IPA.
I think so. I think
It's just the mixture of blends is really good because it doesn't over exaggerate one hop.
look, to put it into context, my beer is almost completed. Yours is Cass and Lena
Well, that's
is
because
halfway.
it's slapping, dude. That's why.
Well, one is slapping, but two, I'm talking. But,
Well,
but I will down
I
this beer
I still
for
need to
life.
do things before I end my day, man.
So, like I said, with that being said, my personal hoppy rating is a 9.5. How about you guys?
What'd I give my beer?
I don't even
Does anybody remember?
Nope.
I think I gave it like an 8 point something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I think it's only right that I give this one a 9.
Okay.
It's only right because it surprised me. Cost value, definitely more worth than mine.
Well, that's nothing to take away from yours because yours was actually pretty good too.
No. Mine's was good and definitely worth the cost.
But
But
yours was the gateway drug to this.
okay, relax, Dare.
Okay.
For anybody that was in
Wait,
elementary
what
school
did
in
it
the
stand
early
for?
2000s.
What did it stand for?
How the hell should I know?
Wasn't it drugs? Drugs and
Drugs, alcohol. I don't know, man. I was just making this up.
Well, then which one was the one that included moms? There was.
It wasn't Dare because there's no M in Dare.
There's
The only Dare I know now is Gorillas.
Oh, I was wrong.
What is
I
it?
looked it up. I'm
What
not
is
gonna lie. I didn't magically
Okay.
remember.
Obviously.
According to the Google, it is the Drug Abuse Resistance Education
I
Program.
was gonna say enforcement, but education.
Wait,
is
drug
Drug abuse.
resistance
education.
education. So which was the mom one? Cause
It's Dare.
no. It's because there's a mom one that. Okay, so for those of you guys,
Moms Against Drugs. Mad.
No,
Everybody's mad, bro.
I think you're close to it because no because I think in the late 80s, 70s, or like somewhere in the 90s, somewhere between that time range, there's a group of moms that moved the drinking age from 18 to 21.
Dude, you could say that about moms in any generation. In
Well,
my
yes.
generation, there's like there was a generation.
Mad, that's what it was.
I
Mothers-
literally
He just stated
said
that.
that.
I know. That's why I said you were close to it, but it's mad with 2 D's.
Moms Against what?
Drunk driving, I think, or drunk something. But it's
Okay.
2 D's, I believe. If not, we'll talk.
All I know is that it's Dare.
Yeah, see, Mothers Against Drunk Driving,
Oh.
There
So I was right, but in the wrong sense.
yeah, and because of them, they moved the drinking age from 18, at least in the States,
Yeah,
from 18 to 21.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they're the reason.
God damn it. Moms are the reason I have shitty Yu-Gi-Oh! First season dubs. It's bad. It's
Ooh.
terrible.
At least your mom bought you cards.
They didn't buy me cards. Well, yeah, they kind of did. But they made me feel bad about it. It made me feel bad about it.
I was in a part of Dare because my school surprisingly didn't have Dare.
I don't think your
we
school
had-
needed it.
Huh?
I don't think your school needed it.
Elementary. I went to Compton Avenue. I shouldn't
You
say
went to
that.
Compton Avenue?
I graduated for Compton Avenue.
That's not 92nd.
103rd. 102nd.
102nd. That's not Compton Avenue.
Right across from Markham, sir.
It's not a
That's
right, no,
92nd, no?
You know, it's not right across from Markham.
No. I know. It's the school that's like right there, right, like literally right next to the Nickersons. That's the Nickersons, right?
It's not right by the Nickersons.
It's next to the Nickersons.
No, next to 103rd.
Yay! Wait.
It's right.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You mean Simon Rodia?
No,
Yeah,
I meant the post office.
No, Simon Rodeo was in Jordan, but on the other side, wasn't it?
No, Simon Rodia was right there by the post office, like she said. It's right by.
So what was the continuation school right next to Jordan? What was that one called?
Mark something?
Mark Taper.
No, I think it was Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Yeah, no, literally.
No, I don't think it was Mark Twain.
Anyways, we didn't have Dare. We had
Y'all should have.
I think it was called Gap. It was like gay.
Oh, that's
Gay and Proud.
No, we weren't gang and proud. We were against gangs. Damn.
Gang and Proud.
Hey, bro, they used to hit me with that shit all the time. Hey, you Gap, huh? I'm like, fuck you,
Hey,
man.
low-key, I still have the T-shirt with all of everybody's signatures on it.
I have it somewhere. I don't know where.
No,
I have it somewhere.
I know exactly where it is. It's at my mom's house in my old closet with all my other stuff. I have the T-shirt. It has signatures and it says Gap.
I have it somewhere, dude. I got it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I got it somewhere.
All right, guys. So, Cass gave it a 9. Lena, how about you?
Cost effectiveness, man.
Man, I want to give it a 9 too. And it's because
9.2?
No, a 9, sir. A 9. It's a really great flavor. Very high ABV volume so that you get a bang for your buck because
you really do.
You do. You really do.
I'm telling you, that's
great.
The only reason why I graded it higher than mine.
The thing is,
cost effectiveness.
I understand why yours was also expensive.
It's the ingredients.
Yeah, the different types of hops that they included. Not to say that this one includes cheaper hops. It just comes at a different price point. But I also enjoy the theme of the brewing company itself and then the beer. I'm a huge baseball fan. I genuinely enjoy this, and it's so random how maybe not random. You probably just planned this, but today we decided, the world decided to have World Series champions today.
The world didn't decide that. It was teams
on the teams
field
decided that.
The teams. I was waiting for that. The Braves have won the World Series, and it's a great day because the Trashros don't take it. And as a Dodger fan, I have to say that it was an obligation, but I meant that from the heart. Anyways, this was a great beer. I genuinely enjoyed the flavor. The hops were delicious. It was great to taste a triple IPA in a more citrusy flavor version versus last week's pick where it was not citrusy, it was more fruity. This is a citrus one and it's really good. Great ABV volume for what you're getting in a pint. And then the IBU rating is 30 to 60. We'll see, we don't know. 30 to 60. But it's actually a really great tasting beer, and I'm not even done with this pint, and it's really delicious. And
awesome.
And it's hitting.
I'm not done with this pint either, man. I'm too scared to down it.
Well, I'm down already. I'm down.
Well, I gotta go to sleep soon. So I might as well down it.
So, guys, with my 9.5, Chris Cass's 9 and Lena's 9, that averages a total of 9.16, making this our second highest rated beer.
9.6 what?
9.16.
How the hell did I get a 9.16?
Because I give it a 9.5, 9, and 9. So it's a 9.16.
Do you math, sir?
9.5?
Yes, sir. 9.5 plus 9 is 27.5. Divided by 3 is 9.16.
Oh, you rounded it up.
No.
It's literally,
if I rounded
literally even 9.16?
No. If I round it up, it's 9.17. So, yeah. So, with that being said, that is our Happy Time rating. And this is our second highest rated beer. With the previous one from last week, topping all of them at 9.23. So, any final words, guys?
I am the buzzed.
Our ratings are weird. Seriously, it just gets me, I guess. I'm pretty sure like some people out there are used to it. It just gets me.
All right, guys. Well, with those being our final words, we're gonna go ahead and bid you adieu. Join us for the next episode, which would be episode 15. Also get ready for our mega episode on episode 20, where we're gonna have Eli versus Marcos versus their other brother, Pablo. So that's gonna be a very interesting podcast. So I'm looking forward to
Sibling rivalries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. That
Oh,
should
yeah.
be fun.
Oh yeah. So we've already had Eli and Marcos, but we've never had Pablo. So
Shout out to my boy Pablo.
So in the next on episode 20, we should have all three of them here and all three of us. And again, for just like the previous mega episode, we're gonna have a rubric table with different categories for the beers.
Should we follow the same rubric just to be fair?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna have Mr. Mayhem, Marcos. We're gonna have Eli, and then we're gonna have Pablo.
Fearless Warlock 20 with one S.
I remember that shit.
Oh, Eli. Yeah, crack
man.
me up, man.
Oh man. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and finally call it a night, guys. We have work in the morning. But yeah, just tune in to the next episode where we finally get to do Lena's pick again.
So please join us for that wonderful episode that comes. Hopefully, I have a pick that'll
That's
come
worthy.
to everyone. Yeah, that is worthy to everyone's liking. And
Just don't pick a stout, please. Please don't.
probably
She's
will
not
be
going
a
to pick a
stout.
stout. I'll probably pick a stout to mess with
Oh
you guys.
no. All right, guys.
I have to shower.
All right, we're gonna go to sleep now. All right. Good night.